Hi, my name is Rob Rosenblatt. I'm a licensed pharmacist and been a licensed pharmacist for many years. And I've seen many changes over those years, specifically in the vitamin section. When I graduated, all that was there was a bottle of vitamin iron and some Carter's little liver pills. Now today they have major vitamin stores, and that's wonderful. It gives us all the opportunity to treat ourselves even better. Now there's much more research available to say that these products work or they don't work. Well, I want to tell you about one particular product today. It's called ThinkFit. It's the only product in Canada or United States that has homotaurine in it. And I'm going to tell you about homotaurine. The benefit of this product, ThinkFit, it's going to increase your memory, it's going to prevent the underlying issues of Alzheimer's disease, and it's going to stop in its tracks CTE. These are all brain issues, and this particular product is exclusively for brain health. Let me tell you how the first thing works as far as memory is concerned. As we get older, we lose a little bit of our memory. Why? Because our brain shrinks. And the particular part of our brain that shrinks is called the hippocampus. And as the hippocampus shrinks, we can't draw our memories. We can't recall things as best as we could. This is the only product that will increase the size of the hippocampus. Proven, documented. That's like increasing RAM on your computer. This is the only product proven to increase the size, the volume, and the capacity of the hippocampus. That's the first way it works, because as we get older, to retrieve memories is difficult. And on every test called age-associated memory impairment test, ThinkFit has improved recall dramatically, significantly. That's called AAMI. And people will benefit on recall from this within a very short period of time. Secondly, it also prevents the underlying issues of Alzheimer's disease. Yes. How it does that is by preventing the formation of a toxic protein called beta amyloid. As we produce beta amyloid, and we all produce beta amyloid, some people more, some people less, but that's independent because once it gets in your brain, it causes plaquing. And it's the plaquing that jams up our brain and our electrical activity of our brain, causing the dreaded Alzheimer's. And the doctor can test that through ultrasounds, whatever they can do to test to see if you have any plaquing in the brain. What ThinkFit does is it stops the formation and completion of the beta amyloid protein. Protein is put together in parts. What happens, it comes to a point and homotaurine joins on the end of the incomplete protein, not allowing it to develop into toxic beta amyloid that can be absorbed into your brain. So not only does it do that by preventing what's called upstream formation of beta amyloid, but it also does downstream inhibition of beta amyloid by removing the plaques that are already in the brain. Again, all proven. It's all proven by this particular product, homotaurine. Lastly, CTE, or chronic traumatic encephalopathy. You're more familiar with it about football players creating much distress by committing suicide, having fits of depression, aggression. It's a terrible situation. And the research that came out just in 2018, tells us that a toxic protein called Tau. Tau protein is the cause of it. Tau protein gets in the brain and affects the brain in very negative ways. They discovered where the Tau protein comes from. It comes from the beta amyloid. So doesn't it make sense? You stop the beta amyloid, you're going to stop the Tau protein. So if you're a person who has had concussions, or if you're a person who's a mixed martial artist, a boxer, if you're a young kid who plays soccer, if you're a parent that knows that your child has an occasional concussion, this is an absolute must. Again, all this has to be tempered with the fact that you've got to see and talk to your doctor as well and discover what is going on. Homotaurine is a naturally occurring product. Now I say homotaurine, it's not taurine. Taurine and homotaurine are different. It's very much like going out in the winter and taking two left-handed gloves. They're both the same, but one doesn't fit on your right hand. And that's why homotaurine is the only one that works. That's the one that puts a cap on the end of the beta amyloid protein. So this particular product, ThinkFit, the only one that has homotaurine in it can help many different issues of brain and neurological disease. Now, this product is sold in Canada and needs an NPN number. That means that it has to be approved by the government for two reasons. One, for safety, and the other, to make the claims that are valid. And that's why this got a NPN number. So in conclusion, if there is issues of people that you know are lacking in memory or losing their memory, people who've had history of Alzheimer's or any type of genetic background in it, if you're a martial arts fighter or anything, this is something to really consider. This is a thing that may well prevent and stop the propagation of the next stages of neurological disease. I hope you'll consider it. I want you, if you have any questions or are concerns about this, feel free to contact us. You'll see the email on the front of the screen here, and you can contact us. We'd be happy to answer any of your questions. And in the meantime, have a very happy and healthy tomorrow.